Hey tankers, Bunza Duck here, and welcome to another tanker chat. It's what 5:30 in the morning on a Saturday down here in Texas, and I thought I would do a little tanker chat for you guys. I was kind of going through some sites, and got some interesting things. So let's just get right to it. All right, so on the main page, obviously, we have the 1.6 common test, which is coming up, and that apparently is bringing the new map to Frontline, which is called. Oh, come on, it was right here. Oh, Craftwork. Craftwork. I know I'm saying that wrong, but looks pretty interesting. And so it looks like a winter map, obviously. Supposed to be a German for power generation, power town, or something like that. But it looks like they have a little tunnel area in there, which that'll be interesting, especially in Frontline. And of course, you've got the big, mining operation going on, and then there seems to be a whole view of the aerial view of the map, so pretty wide open. It'll be interesting. And then the power station. I think this would be great because it's just we need a new map. It's just it's too it's people know where to go. So as much as I enjoy Frontline, it needs to be changed, and I think it needs to rotate as to which map you get. And the rotation's got to be fairly consistent. The other thing I'd like to see with the Frontline is what's the rotation schedule on whether you're attacking or defending, and whether you attack and I played one night where I attacked. Every time I attacked, I was attacking C. Pretty much, I was always defending B and A, but I was attacking C, and it seems like you defend a lot more than you attack. So, what's the breakdown on that? I'd like to see that. Is because I try to stay away from conspiracy theories, but it does seem like I get put on defense quite a bit. Out of the games I play. So anyway, just saying, changes. So the Manticore. Okay, so in the we're supposed to get the Manticore in the 1.5 something, and then this is 1.6. So this is it's the 27th of July. So, and I read somewhere where they're looking at Frontline somewhere around about this time. A little bit, somewhere probably around the 15th again of August. So we got the 1.52 and then and then the 1.6 upgrade, patches coming out. So it's gonna be patch nightmare for a while. So just get used to that, get ready for it. Note with that, I lost probably about 5 replays from you guys, and I do apologize for not getting on those sooner. But when I came home Thursday night, the grandkids were running around, so I really couldn't record any videos. So I decided I'd play a little game until they went to bed. And as soon as I fired up my client, bam, I got the update, which just nullified some replays from like GA Johnny, Night Dog. I think Mount Amandus was in there. EO EL_01. So I do apologize, guys, for those. I really wanted to get those up, and I tried even to go down and find an older version of Watt to see if I could get that to work, but I couldn't get that to function. So I have since figured out a way to do what I'm going to do. So I will now have a copy of an older version of Watt, and then of course a new copy of my game client. So that hopefully I can get those older videos recorded when the updates come out. So we'll give it a good test this month because we're gonna have so many patches to see how it goes. But again, I apologize. All right, so I'm not gonna go through the whole list of changes. It's right here if you want to read it. But that's 1.6. It's coming out. Obviously 1.5 weekend for Peru. Happy Independence Weekend for Peru. We got the Fire Trail Clan Showdown NA versus APAC. I think that's Ujo versus some APAC clan. And then Homefront. I don't know how many of you have you played Homefront. I played one round of it. What can I say? I wasn't impressed. It just wasn't for me. The tanks that I chose the British line. Um, Seemed very slow, and then of course you're fighting against tanks that seem a little bit faster. We managed to hold off the horde, and of course win the game. But I would have to dip into the premium armor a lot to make penetrations on tanks because as it started coming, then the next thing you know, you're facing a Tiger One or a Jagdpanzer or something like that. So it was it was interesting, and that's about all I can say. I won't go back and play it again. I have absolutely no desire to, but I wanted to try it and see what it was like. So if you enjoy that mode, then by all means. I mean, obviously I like Frontline, and a lot of people don't like Frontline, so it's different strokes for different folks. So there's a couple things on what's this guy? I'm sorry, I'm drawing a total blank. The Daily Bounce that I found interesting. Apparently there was some Reddit Q&As that I had missed, so I went back and was reading some of those, and one of the ones that kind of jumped out at me was in the number 2, and it says, any plans on balancing the Chieftain, the 279E, or the 907? Currently, they massively outperform each tech tree tank. Of course, their answer is the issue is quite delicate. From one side of those tanks, reward at high-end activities, so players are expected them to be quite powerful, and they are. However, one cannot say that those tanks don't have any weak spots. You're right. You can't say that those tanks don't have any weak spots. The issue is that, as I see it, is you're giving a very skilled player. Because I mean, let's face it, your average player is not going to grind all the way through a clan war, or probably even get into a clan war with the team that's going to earn enough points to maybe possibly get these tanks without being a fairly good skilled player, right? And then you're giving them a semi OP tank. And on the 279, everybody has the ability to get the 279E. You just got to grind through some ridiculous, as far as I'm concerned, personal missions. It's some of these. I haven't even worked through the first 3 yet. Maybe that's because I don't really give a rat's behind about them. If I achieve them, I achieve them. I'm not going to go out there and personally grind them because I think some of them are just. I don't know. To me, it's just not worth it. But some people have. So anyway, the 279, yes, you can get that one. Just like the 260 and the T55A, you can get that one by doing the personal mission. So, okay, fine. Is it OP? Yes, I think it is. Now, there is another quote here. See if I can find it. Okay, there is another quote here about is it part of the meta to design new tanks stronger than ever? For example, the impenetrable monsters of the 279E and the Chieftain, blah, blah, blah. He gives a little bit of a hint here. For example, the 279 does not have any lower plate, which means that over its tracks it has a gentle belly. Just go figure out how to use this tip. Okay, so what does that mean? I don't know. Maybe firing HE up into the tracks right underneath the belly, like firing HE, underneath the TD or something, hitting the ground and blowing up. It's worth a shot, I guess. Maybe you can get into but the area to hit that is so small. Again, I think that the tank is OP. Anyway, he starts talking about going back to the 907 and that, and from the other side, while some tanks are possessed only by top skilled players, it is hard to make conclusions that they are massively outperform the others. For example, the Batchat, which is not quite in the current meta, is a powerhouse in control if controlled by a top skilled player. At the moment, we are conducting a series of sandbox tests to validate some new ideas for balance. With the help of these tests, we are trying to find a more generic solution on how to create an attractive, interesting reward vehicle that won't feel as unfair as they sometimes feel. Okay, so to answer his question, no, they're not going to do anything to the Chieftain 279 and 907. That's not going to happen. And where do those tanks fall? Well, if we come over here to Watt Labs and we do a look at the top 50 tanks on average Win 8, 279E, Chieftain, and the 907. Okay. Which all makes sense. I mean, like I said. So in the top 5, those 3 tanks. Not going to do anything to them. Just going to, look at how to change the reward vehicles in the future so that they don't seem so OP. Um, it is what it is. You run into these tanks. I've fought all 3 of them, and you just do what you can do, and that's it. The 907, that one used to really get my goat. That tank just really, but at this point, I really don't even care anymore. So, I think it's I've become numb to the fact that, and I agree. I think that the guys who go out there and grind those clan wars and get these reward tanks, they've earned the right to have the tank, and I'm not saying take it away from them. I'm just simply saying that dropping OP tanks, when premium tanks are supposed to be just a little bit better than the tier below them, but not as good as the tier that they're in. Why are reward tanks so much greater than what they're playing against, right? So it just doesn't make sense to me. But anyway, I got a little off on that one, so I apologize. But yeah, I found that interesting. They have some pretty good issues, pretty good questions in here. There's talks about maybe bringing some of the old maps back. There's talks about the wheeled vehicles. Apparently, they don't see anything wrong with them right now, and they feel like they are addressing the issues that the wheeled vehicles are causing in Frontline. I don't think they're addressing those at all. Uh, the IS-4. What's the plan with the IS-4 Japanese heavy? So if you get a chance, it's worth. They seem to be a worthwhile read. It talks about the 430U, stuff like that. So I would strongly suggest going and doing it. The Bond Shop is coming up. They've just run into some issues, they said, but they're going to have that. So anyway, it's worth a read. Unarmored patrol looks like, and the best I could tell, it's just a EU. So that's one of the issues with these blogs. You have to really pay attention. Is that most of these guys are over in the EU. So they you gotta make sure that they're not talking about an EU reward. Looks like August Twitch Prime bundle is coming out. So be prepared for that. Looks like a new German commander, and the Karnan Jagdpanzer 105 will be the rental tank for the month. My question is the captured tiger, right? The King Tiger. As long as you have a Prime account, you have the tank. So are the crew members the same way? If I go and kill my Prime account, do I lose these crew members? I'm not sure I'm really liking this tie. I like the tie-in of Twitch Prime, don't get me wrong. But if they keep going down this fact where you have to have, Amazon Prime to keep these tanks, I'm not sure I'm for that. So it'll be interesting to see. I don't know if anybody has the answer to that, but if you do, that'd be great. But anyway, the August one is coming up, so be prepared. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I don't really have much else. What do we have for missions? Let's see. Remember, get your codes, get up there, get the codes. You got the Summer Smash missions. I haven't played a lot, so obviously I haven't completed a lot of these or done a lot of these. The Watt rewards or tank rewards. Wow. Okay, what can I say? I haven't even done hardly any of that. Again, I've just been so busy either doing work or coming home and getting a couple games in here and a couple games in there, and that's been about it. So you got the Independence for Peru. Of course, you have to make sure you put that code in. Jesus, I'm just drawing a total blank. A Race for the Moon. I've done it 3 times. Okay. So then you get the Scarred War. These are the gas cans. So I don't know. Udez is on track, so I'm working on that tank, so that'll be interesting. So I'll be sure to get some more of those games. And you got your Foxtrot rewards, scavenger hunt. Don't forget the scavenger hunt. Um, what I've done this 27 times. I don't remember this one. Yeah, I have 27 tokens out of 30. So we're getting close. I should be should have some more tokens out there already. So I need to go check my email. And that's about it. So again, sorry for the rambling. Don't mean to ramble so much, but I just wanted to give you guys a little quick update. Thought that Q&A questions were interesting. The 1.6 common test is coming out. And that's pretty much it. There in the questions and answers, there was a lot of referencing to rebalancing in the common test. This rebalancing project that they've got going on. So I wonder what that all entails, and if anybody's happened to stumble across has happened to stumble across any information on it, because it sounds like they're just going to make it's going to be global. That a lot of things, it has to do with the armor, and then it has to do with the penetration of the shells and stuff like that. So interesting, this project that they're working on. Anyway, that's it. Hope you all have a good weekend, and happy tanking, and we'll catch you later. This is Bonsai Duck out.